Woman who owns a Dalton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says
Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, is facing a wave of controversies with her latest scandal involving an eviction. The woman who owns the house Henyard is currently renting has filed for eviction, claiming that the mayor hasn't paid rent since August. This eviction adds to the list of troubles Henyard is currently dealing with, including accusations of reckless spending of taxpayer money, misuse of power, and ongoing investigations into her administration. Henyard's landlord, frustrated by months of unpaid rent, has taken the matter to court. The rent was raised by $200 to $2,400 per month in August due to a hike in property taxes, but instead of paying, Henyard and her boyfriend, Camel Woods, stopped making payments entirely. According to court documents, they owe $3,350 in back rent. The situation escalated when Henyard refused to allow an inspection of the property and even changed the locks and garage door code, locking the landlord out of her own property. The landlord, unable to regain access to her house and struggling financially, had no choice but to file an eviction lawsuit. Cook County sheriffs have made multiple attempts to serve the eviction notice, but have been unsuccessful. The landlord has now resorted to hiring a process server, adding further financial strain to her already precarious situation. This isn't just a case of unpaid rent. It's a reflection of the larger issues surrounding Henyard's leadership. Since becoming mayor, Henyard has been under fire for her extravagant lifestyle, which appears to be funded by taxpayer money. Reports show that Henyard has spent lavishly on first-class flights, luxury hotels, and expensive meals. One trip to Las Vegas reportedly cost $8,400 for hotels and $3,700 for her round-trip flight. But the spending doesn't stop there. She's also spent nearly $8,000 on hair and makeup services alone, all while Dalton residents struggle with everyday financial challenges. The use of public funds for personal indulgences has sparked outrage among Dalton citizens, especially as the town faces serious financial problems. Investigations are now underway to examine Henyard's use of village funds, with accusations that she has been using taxpayer money to fund her personal expenses. One of the most damning revelations is that Henyard billed taxpayers over $1 million for personal security and even put herself on campaign billboards, all while failing to pay her rent. As her eviction looms, Henyard's political career hangs by a thread. On top of her eviction drama, she is also facing scrutiny over Dalton's finances. A recent report, led by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, revealed that the town's general fund is running a deficit of $3.65 million. The FBI is also investigating her administration over a range of allegations, from wrongful termination lawsuits to possible involvement in a sexual assault case. Adding to her woes, Henyard's position as Thornton Township supervisor is also in jeopardy. Trustees are demanding transparency regarding her spending, and residents are speaking out against what they see as her blatant misuse of power. Business owner Lawrence Gardner claims that his trucking company was forced to make a $3,500 donation to Henyard's campaign in exchange for a village license. When he stopped donating, his license was denied. Gardner, along with several other residents, has reportedly been interviewed by the FBI as part of its investigation into Henyard's administration. Henyard's charity, Tiffany Henyard Cares, has also come under scrutiny from the Illinois Attorney General's office for failing to provide financial reports. A cease and desist letter has been issued, adding yet another layer of controversy to her already scandal-ridden tenure. Despite these mounting issues, Henyard denies any wrongdoing, with her spokesperson claiming that they have no knowledge of any FBI investigation or subpoenas. The fallout from these scandals has been swift and severe. During the Democratic caucus to select nominees for Thornton Township's leadership roles, Henyard failed to secure a spot on the ballot. For the first time in 30 years, a caucus was held instead of the usual primary election, and Henyard's bid for re-election as supervisor ended in disaster when her slate of candidates fell apart. The disqualification came because she failed to include a certified assessor, a basic requirement that automatically disqualified her from the race. State Senator Napoleon Harris, who serves as the Thornton Township Democratic Committeeman, led the caucus, which ended in Henyard's political defeat. Despite busloads of her supporters arriving at the venue, the crowd overwhelmingly voted in Harris's favor, leaving Henyard sidelined. As she stormed out of the venue, the crowd taunted her by singing, "Nah, hey, hey, kiss him goodbye," a humiliating end to her bid for re-election. Henyard, however, isn't going down without a fight. She has vowed to sue everyone involved, claiming that the caucus process was illegal and accusing Harris of orchestrating an unfair election. Her threats have been dismissed by legal experts, including Harris's attorney, who maintains that the caucus process was legal and democratic. Despite her claims, Henyard's supporters seem divided. While some remain hopeful that she can still pull off a miracle by running as a write-in candidate, others have begun celebrating her downfall. Critics argue that Henyard's leadership has been marked by chaos and mismanagement, and many believe her time in power is coming to an end. Henyard's problems extend beyond her eviction and the township caucus. Her administration has been plagued by allegations of mismanagement, with many residents accusing her of prioritizing self-promotion over serving the community. Reports have surfaced of questionable spending, including $40,000 in Amazon purchases made in a single day, with no records of where the money went. Police overtime spending has also skyrocketed, with some officers earning more in overtime than their base salaries. One officer earned $188,000 in overtime alone last year, more than double their regular salary. Henyard's leadership has been marked by a lack of transparency, with trustees like Brittany Norwood sounding the alarm for months about the village's finances. Norwood has repeatedly requested bank statements, but has been stonewalled by Henyard's administration. Many believe that the actual debt facing Dalton may be even higher than what's been reported. As investigations into her administration continue, Henyard has remained conspicuously silent. She has avoided media inquiries, skipped office duties, and left village employees in the dark about her whereabouts. Meanwhile, trustees like Norwood have grown increasingly frustrated with the lack of transparency and accountability. Residents of Dalton are grappling with the reality that their village is facing a financial crisis, with creditors knocking on the door and cash reserves running dry. Many are now questioning how long Henyard can continue to avoid facing the music. Critics argue that her silence is a sign that she is dodging responsibility, while others believe she is preparing a defense. The upcoming months will be critical for Henyard's political future. As the FBI probe continues, and with lawsuits and eviction notices piling up, she faces an uphill battle to maintain her position as mayor. The scandals surrounding her administration have left her reputation in tatters, and many residents believe it's only a matter of time before she is voted out of office. In the end, Henyard's downfall seems inevitable. Her once loyal supporters are now divided, and her leadership is being called into question from all sides. The financial mismanagement, reckless spending, and ongoing investigations have left Dalton in a state of disarray. And while Henyard remains defiant, the reality is that her time in power may be running out.